Friday and I haven't really got many things planned for the weekend, so I thought I would just do a very cozy kind of 48-hour reading vlog and try to read a lot this weekend. Really try to finish a book because it's been a long time since I've finished a book, and pick up a new book as well because there are a few books that I'm really excited to read. So let's make it into a cozy weekend. I just need to finish up some work first, but then tomorrow on Saturday we can start reading. You know what, I thought I might just show you what I'm reading now, so then tomorrow on Saturday I can just immediately start reading without having to vlog first. Yes, I'm wearing my reindeer's like bathrobes because it is so cold, and even though I turned on the heater, it's just still so cold in my house, so I thought I would just wear this. But I've got a few books here that I'm really excited to read. Wait, let me grab one physical copy. The first book that I'm reading is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is a reread for me, and this is the third time I'm reading it. I started reading it on my e-reader because I took it with me on holiday, but let me see where I am. I think I might finish or like continue with the physical copy because that's more fun. Oh, here I am. I am almost halfway through the book, and my reread of this is just so exciting and fun, and I'm still loving this book very much. So I'm going to continue in the physical copy. The second book that I'm reading is one that I'm actually listening to on audiobook, namely Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get into this book when I was reading it physically, so I decided to just listen to it on audiobook, and I'm definitely a bit more into it now, but yeah, it's not really my favorite book, but I really do want to finish it. So I think I've got like 2.5 hours left of the audiobook, so I should be able to finish it over the weekend when I'm, you know, going walking or going for a run. So this is the second book. And there are also two books that I really hope to start. First of all, we've got the memoir by Jeanette Winterson called Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal. Jeanette Winterson is a writer. She wrote Christmas Days, which is one of my favorite books, and it's just all about her experiences with Christmas and family, and also some fiction stories in that short story collection. But I thought that she's just such a funny woman and like so inspiring and brilliant. And she apparently wrote a memoir. I just don't know anything about her, but I really want to read this memoir because I love reading memoirs. So this is a very short one. Would be fun if I can read this entire book, but we'll see. And then the last book that I really hope to start, this is a very ambitious TBR. It's called Wintering by Catherine May. I got this one a few years ago as a gift from someone, and this is also a non-fiction kind of memoir that focuses on how people, oftentimes in like Scandinavian countries where it gets really cold during the winter, how they kind of embrace the dark and the cold of what winter brings with it, but also during maybe difficult times in your life. Yeah, I really loved it a few years ago, and I kept seeing it around again on like the internet because it's winter right now. And I thought, oh, I actually want to reread this because I can remember it feeling kind of like a warm hug. Okay, these are all the books. We'll see how far I'm going to get, but I will keep you updated. And I think tomorrow morning I'm going to start with my reread of The Night Circus. Good morning, happy Saturday. I started reading this morning and I listened to a bit of the audiobook for Wuthering Heights whilst making some breakfast, and I only have around 1 hour left, so I will definitely finish it this weekend. It is still not really my favorite book. I feel like, I don't know, like, am I reading it wrong? Do I just not get the hype? I definitely don't get the hype, but like, I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. I've also started reading Jeanette Winterson's memoir, and I'm currently 26 pages in, so I'll read a little bit more right now, but I'm leaving in an hour and a half because I'm going out for lunch with 2 of my friends. So I'll have a little bit of time to read on the metro as well. First, I'm going to pack a couple of Vinted packages because I am unhauling a couple of books. I thought I would quickly show you the books that I'm unhauling because I'm in very much of kind of like a spring cleaning mood, but it's winter. I just want to declutter and it feels very good. So I got a whole stack of books that I'm unhauling. First of all, De avond is ongemak, Discomfort of Evening. Did not like this book at all. All My Friends Are Superheroes, a short novella that I've had on my shelf for years and just never really thought of anymore. I enjoyed it, but yeah. The next one is Arcadia by Ian Pearce. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get into this one. Then we've got Everything I Know About Love, one of my favorite books, but I just got a new copy that is signed to me. A friend of mine, she lives in England. She went to a Dolly Alderton signing and she got it signed for me. So I can get rid of like this copy. The Love Hypothesis. I read this, I enjoyed it, but I'm probably not going to reread this ever. Then we've got the first 3 books in the Diviners series by Libba Bray. Yeah, I read the first one when it was like still super popular on BookTube. Never ended up reading any of the other books, and I believe there's a 4th book as well. I cannot be bothered. And lastly, Where the Dark Stands Still. I literally got this a few months ago and I started reading it and I just wasn't really too impressed. So I put it down and I will not finish it. So these are all the books that are currently on my Vinted page. So some of them I believe are already sold, so I need to pack those up right now. But by the time this video is live, there may be some left. So if you're interested, these are on there. I'm also going to add lots of clothes on there as well. Maybe this weekend if I've got time, but I just need to take photos of everything first, which is always one of these annoying things about Vinted. But you know, it needs to happen if you want to sell them. Okay. I'm going to do a bit of reading and then I'm going out for lunch. Just got back home from lunch. It was such a funny restaurant. It looked really interesting on the inside and very colorful, and the food was really good. I am just going to do a little bit of tidying whilst listening to the audiobook because I've got like less than an hour left, and after tidying I'm going to be watching another episode of Breaking Bad because I believe I've got 3 episodes left of my rewatch of the entire show, like the entire series, and I kind of want to finish my rewatch this weekend as well. So 3 episodes left. Definitely going to watch 1, maybe 2, and then I'll get back to reading. I read quite a bit when going out for lunch. I'm already on page 78, so like a third of the way through. This is going really well. I'm enjoying it lots, but it's so shocking as well. Jeanette Winterson has been through a lot when she was a child, and yeah, it's quite shocking to read actually. And the fact that she's so open about this is really special, and maybe it helps her in a way to kind of process what has happened to her when she was a child. So yeah, this one is really good so far. Oh, and my headphones, they broke. It just, like the plastic broke and then it was kind of dangling, but the wiring is still good. So I just put some tape on it. I might have to get some like nice black tape so it fits with the rest of the headphones, but oh well, it still works. I was wrong. I thought I had 3 episodes left, but I had 4 left. So I just watched 2, including Ozymandias. I think you're pronouncing it that way. My goodness, I forgot about how bloody brilliant Breaking Bad is. And just I'm feeling tension, nausea, like tears. I can't get over the show. I planned on like reading after these 2 episodes, but I've only got 2 episodes left of the entire series, so I am going to finish those 2 now. So I'll probably be done at around 6, but I cannot now stop watching. After this rewatch, I'm appreciating this show so much more for all the brilliant writing and just, oh my goodness, it's so good. Okay, I cannot get over this show. It is too good. Oh, I love going back to like your favorite shows and seeing and kind of reliving that first time watching it, because I watched it when they were like still releasing the series, and now I can just watch it in one go without having to wait for all the new episodes and the new seasons. It's too good. Okay, I'm gonna be back with you after finishing the entire series again. It's gone all dark. It is 10 to 6. I definitely just binged 4 episodes, but oh, bloody perfection. I'm literally just all hot. My cheeks are hot because of how intense this show is. My god. I need a minute. And then I can continue reading. It is 8:30. I just took a lovely shower, took off my makeup, and was just listening to Wuthering Heights, and I finished the book. I still don't really know what to think of it. I wasn't too invested in it, unfortunately. I also found a nice way of like getting some sort of wavy curls in the morning, so I just made my hair a little bit wet, and then I braided these like Dutch braids in the hair, so I've been doing that for a few days, and I really like the way they give me like wavy curls. But I've calmed down a bit after finishing Breaking Bad. I'm still just like, oh, I can't get over this show. It is top 3 favorite shows of all time. I think, like, I can't pick an all-time favorite. Okay, I can pick. The Office, the US Office, is my favorite show of all time. Then it's probably Breaking Bad, and then it is probably Game of Thrones. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to continue reading this one and hopefully finish it. I'm on page 78, so as I said, I'm like a third of the way through. I'm going to be doing, you know, a nice reading sprint. I have some elderflower cordial it's called, like syrup in water. I made myself a lovely cup of tea as well in this Van Gogh sunflower mug. And I just have a little bowl of crisps. Let's see if I can finish it tonight. Intense. Oh my goodness. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Calm down a little bit. Made myself a cup of tea. This book was so good. I love memoirs so much. I love learning about people, how they are dealing with things in their lives that, like, even though I can't relate to many what happened in this book because it's very much about how she was adopted. But there are certain parts in this book where I feel like everyone can relate to when it comes to how to love, how to accept love, and yeah. Oh my god, it was so good. I was very emotional, and like she was so open about all of her experiences with being adopted, with not getting along with your adoptive parents, and I find her a very inspiring and interesting woman. I really want to read Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit now, which is her first novel actually. And I'm glad that I read this first, because apparently Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit is a fiction novel, but it is based on her experiences being adopted. And I think now that I've already read this, I can read that book knowing much more of her story and like seeing maybe what is fictional, what isn't, or like, of course I can't know for sure, but reading this I feel like I know now quite a bit about her. But yeah, this was really, really amazing, and I just find memoirs so fascinating, hence why it's like one of my favorite type of books to read. I have so many memoirs on my bookshelf, and this is another 5-star. That means that I've already finished 2 books this weekend. It is currently 11:30. My French, I don't know what it's doing. I like the wavy curls kind of worked, but I put some like hair oil in it, but I didn't warm up the hair oil enough, hence why it's getting a bit streaky. I don't know, a bit like it looks greasy. I should have warmed up the hair oil more before putting it in my hair. So, but yeah, I got this like, came up with this is the easiest hairstyle ever. Just used 2 little clips to put this, a few locks of hair like this, and I love it. It gives me like fairy vibes, like elfish vibes. So this is my new favorite hairstyle, because normally I just have my hair either, you know, with nothing or with a hair clip, and now it's something a little bit different. So, and then I just curl these pieces a little bit to the back, but I don't know what's happening with this. Oh well, I am going to take a little reading break, and then I think I might continue reading The Night Circus, but I also really want to start wintering, so I don't know what to do. I think I might just switch between the 2. I don't know how much I'll be able to read today, because I thought I wouldn't have any plans today, but my boyfriend, his plans got cancelled, so we're still seeing each other today. So I don't know how much I'll read, but I'll definitely try to squeeze in a little bit of reading. Ooh, I got my HelloFresh box. This is not sponsored, but I was given this box for free to try it out. So I think I'm going to be having some lovely HelloFresh later today. It is a couple of hours later. It is currently 4 p.m. and I just read around 60 pages of The Night Circus. I put a little bookmark where I started today and also where I am now, so at the end of this weekend I can see like how many pages I read, because I'm also filming a short kind of Instagram TikTok video of like how many pages and how much have I read in one weekend. So I'm currently at part 3. I'm loving this book still. I totally remember why this is one of my favorite books. It's just so magical, and I love the love element in this book and just how whimsical it feels, and the magical realism is really just I'm loving it. It's so good. So I'm really, really enjoying my reread of this book. But I kind of feel like starting wintering, because I've ended another part of the story. So I think I might just start reading Wintering by Catherine May. I read this one once before. I think it was 2 years ago. Let me see in my story graph. 2021? My like idea of time is totally gone. How did I think I read it like 1 or 2 years ago? The 10th of February 2021. It is currently the 9th of February. That's crazy. Okay, so 4 years ago I read this book. Oh my god. An intimate, revelatory book exploring the ways we can care for and repair ourselves when life knocks us down. Sometimes you slip through the cracks. A moving personal narrative shot through with lessons from literature, mythology, and the natural world. How has it been so long? Okay, well, I'm going to start reading this book again, and I'm very curious if I like kind of get new things from this book the second time reading it, because honestly I did forget lots about this book, and I only gave it 3 stars 4 years ago, so maybe I will rate it higher this time. So I'm just gonna start a little bit from this book. Let's see how far we can get. My 48-hour reading, like readathon this weekend has ended. It is the next day, and I thought I would just tell you in the end how much I read, because this has been one of the most successful reading weekends I've had in a very long time. First of all, I read this entire book, which has been such a long time since I finished a book in like one day. So this is like 230 pages. Then I read 36 pages of Wintering. I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one the second time around much more. I haven't spoken yet today, and my voice feels a bit raspy. 36 pages of this one. Then I read this much of The Night Circus. Let me see. That was like 58 pages of The Night Circus, and I forgot like where exactly I was with the audiobook of Wuthering Heights, but I believe I may have listened to around 40% of Wuthering Heights. So in total I have read many pages, nearly 300, which is a lot for my over 300 actually, which is a lot for me. So this was a very successful reading weekend. I'm so glad I finally, you know, read a little bit more, and I really hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you want me to do more of these type of vlogs in the future, where I'm just, you know, having a couple of days of cozy reading and finally pick up some new books and like finish some books, because it hasn't been happening too much lately, but oh well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment, make the comment section look very wintry with snow and ice. Yesterday when I was walking outside, it suddenly started snowing, and even though it didn't stay on the ground, you know, it melted within a second, but still there were quite big chunks of snow, and it just felt very magical and like a winter wonderland. So make the comment section look like a lovely winter wonderland. I really hope that you are having a gorgeous day, and thank you so much for watching. I'll hopefully see you in my next video.